Hi there, I'm Chihiro from Japan. Let's learn a life lesson from a story together. This time, I would like to reason about there is no unhappiness. 人間万事採用が馬 Do you know this idiom? When you are feeling, I'm a little down, or I'm a little unhappy, remembering the phrase and its meaning will help you to feel a little bit better. Therefore, I would like to tell you the story about it. 人間万事採用が馬 Every cloud has a silver lining. Literally, it means all human activities are like Sayo's horse. Sayo is an old man who lives near a fortress, and his story can be applied to everything happening around the world. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? I'd like to explain what it's all about now. I would be happy if you could listen to the end. Thanks for subscribing to my channel. Here's the thing. It's a story from northern China. There was an old man who lived near a fortress. One day, all of a sudden, his horse ran away. It's gone. It ran away to another country. At that time, his neighbors said, "It's a disaster. It's unfortunate. Your horse ran away. You are unlucky." Everyone was trying to console him. But what did the old man say? No, no, no. The fact that he ran away may lead to happiness. It might bring fortune, he said. And about a month later, the horse came back. What's more, he came back with another horse. Then the neighbors gathered again. They said, "Good for you. You are lucky, aren't you? Lucky you." And what did the old man say? He said, "No, no, no. One more horse could mean bad luck. It could be a disaster." He said like that. A few days later, the old man's son got on the horse. Unfortunately, he fell off the horse and broke his leg. And again, the neighbors showed up and said, "Wow, is your son all right? It must be hard for your son with his leg broken. Another misfortune." They said something like that to the old man. Then the old man said to the neighbors again, "Now that my son's bone is broken, maybe he will be happy this time." That was what he said. Then, what happened next? War broke out between the country where the old man lived and the neighboring country. And his son, because of his broken leg, did not have to go to war. As it turned out, he was able to live a long life. Well, that's the story. Interesting, isn't it? What appears to be happy may be a bad thing. On the other hand, what seems to be unhappy may be happy. The point is that it is difficult to judge something from the outside. The most important takeaway from this story is that you shouldn't become desperate even when you're feeling unlucky or unhappy. In Japan, there is a similar saying, "In victory, remember your humility. In defeat, remember your fighting spirit." You may feel miserable now, but a fate that leads to happiness may be coming to you right now. Therefore, what you see as unhappiness may only look that way. It could bring happiness. Also, if you assume, "I'm lucky right now, I am happy," that makes you overly conceited. It is important to enjoy bliss, but it is also important to be humble and grateful. It's no good if you get conceited and do something to put people down there. Yes, that's right. If you think, "I'm having a tough time right now, I'm not lucky," or "I'm miserable," remember those words and what I just said. Tell yourself that you shouldn't judge things by their appearances. It may lead to happiness from now on. I hope you will go for it with such a perspective. No matter how hard it is, let's do our best cheerfully. Based on what I have told, from now on, I would like to talk about how happiness is right under your feet. Is there anyone who is thinking, "I'm not lucky," or "Why am I so miserable?" If you want to be happy, you need to know that great happiness does not come out of nowhere. You need to pick up a small joy that is right under your feet. Sometimes there is a dead leaf at your feet, and when you turn it over, you may find pleasure underneath. Pick up small joy as you go along. For example, though it was cold today, when you had a bowl of hot soup that warmed you up and tasted good, you feel very happy. Do you think it is just a bowl of soup? Or do you feel happy to be able to have hot soup when it's cold? There are many other things. When you have a meal, say, "It's yummy," out loud as you eat. If you do this, you will have a delicious meal. If you eat without saying anything, it's just a meal. Therefore, by saying, "That's delicious," when you eat, you will feel delighted. It's just a little thing, isn't it? We feel happiness in the little things. We should always enhance this kind of sensitivity. When you develop sensitivity, you will be happy because you will focus only on good things. That's what I mean. But you know, most people don't go for happiness, but just complain a lot. Why am I the only one who doesn't have any luck? That's what many people think. So you have to grab happiness by yourself. You have to go find it. That's important. There are a lot of small pleasures. As you become more and more aware of those small things, they will turn into a great pleasure. If you are not aware of a good thing that is falling in front of you right now, you will never be happy in the future either. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Change one way of thinking. Just by changing your current state of mind a little bit, you will feel better right away. If you are thinking, I'm out of luck or I'm doomed, suffering from such a feeling, please go and find a little joy in front of you. You may not feel great happiness immediately, but if you go and look for small pleasures by yourself, it will change. You will change from feeling miserable to feeling delighted. I want you to pick up more and more small happiness, and I want you to be delighted and comfortable in your heart. Hopefully this video is helpful to you. Well, that's about it for today's episode. How was it? I hope your life shines even brighter. Let's talk about life, time, Buddhism, love, and many other things together in the following episode. Please subscribe to our channel. Have a great time and keep on smiling. Thank you for listening till the end. See you soon.